Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 95 of my series in which I will try to collect 1 billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I'm actually going to be rebuilding a system, or retooling a system I should say, that I have built in the past, and if you want to check that video out, I built this system in episode 53, but it is this little system right here, and let's actually take a look at how it operates right now. I've actually done a few things to change how it's operated since I actually built the system, including adding more power cells. And that was just so hopefully I could run it a little bit faster. But that didn't work super well. But if I completely rebuild the system, I can do better. So in the past, I had my timer set at 39 ticks, which would be practically 2 seconds. And the timer would go right here. And let's go up here and look at it. What happens is there's a block placer that places a block of stone down. A laser then hits it, turning it into a random ore, and then an auto breaker goes ahead and breaks that block, and it gets transported into my system. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift a few things down, but before we do all that, let's grab some sound mufflers because this system is just super loud and kind of really annoying, even to me. I know it's probably super annoying to you as well. So what I'm gonna do is there are sound mufflers that we can grab. They are made like so. I don't have any note blocks, but I can go ahead and make those. And I don't know why I did that. We can go ahead and use wool and a note block, and then we can get some sound mufflers. I'm not sure exactly how many of these I will need, but because I can, I'm just gonna grab a bunch of them. Let's see, 10. And like I said, I don't know that I've ever used these, so I'm not sure exactly how they operate, but I'm pretty sure that this should help. Okay, so let's try this. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping that would quiet down the reactor. Okay, so let's try this. Let's grab some more. Because it's the lasers that actually make the sound with this system. So hopefully if I do that, that'll cancel out all the stupid noise. So let's lay this down and let it go again. I don't know. I don't think that's working super well. It does help quite a bit actually. Okay, yeah. That'll work. That'll definitely work. So even though you can still hear it, it quiets it down quite a bit. So that's fantastic. So that's one more thing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove all of the auto placers, and I'm going to remove the atomic reconstructors, and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, now we have the atomic reconstructors and the auto placers removed. I need to go ahead and remove the conduits here, and that is because I need to change things up. So actually, I'm not sure that I have to remove this. Actually, I don't think I do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this conduit for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this conduit because we need to replace this with item duct. And for right now, I'm just gonna leave these energy cells here. I have nowhere really else to put them, and I don't really think I need them anywhere. So we're just gonna leave. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them because I'm gonna remove this conduit down here as well. Okay, so that's all cool. Let's go downstairs so we can see that a little better. Okay, so that doesn't really go anywhere. So we should be able to get rid of this, no problem. Okay, so now what we have is we still have our material stoneworks factories, which give stone or make the stone for the whole system. We're going to have to, I believe, change this up. So we don't want this here. I think this is actually going to go back here. But first, let's go ahead and set down our auto placers. And our auto placers will now go back here. Essentially, I mean, in the same spot that the atomic reconstructors were. And that's because I think I can do better if I put them back there. So, now we need some item duct. And let's see here. I don't have very much of that. I'm gonna have to grab some. So I need item duct. Impulse item duct. There we go. And we need to lay this across like this. And we might have to tinker with that structural duct there, because I don't think we need this right here. We shouldn't need that right there. Okay, so we need to lay down redstone control for the auto breakers and the auto placers. Now, okay, how the system will work is first the auto placers will be triggered by redstone, and then the auto breakers, or nope. First the auto placers, and then the atomic reconstructors, which will be up here, and then the breakers will be. So what we have is we need to maybe redo this. And I can go ahead and get rid of the resonant flux duct because I will not need that. So what we have is, what do we have connected? We have the atomic reconstructors will be on the red channel, so they need the most delay. Which one of these is red? That's red, so that needs to not be red. This can be red. So I think let's try just 2 ticks delay. I didn't mean to place that down, but whatever. Green will be 1 tick, and then brown will be 0 ticks. Okay, so green is 1 tick. Green will be the... I'm a moron. I don't know why I'm messing this up in my head. Red needs to be 1 tick. Red, because the reconstructors are the second thing, not the third thing. Okay, so 1 tick for the red. For the green, we'll need 2 ticks. And for the brown, we'll have 0 ticks. Okay. So, let me make sure. Red, 1 tick. 1 tick, red. Cool. So, next I need to throw all of these on. And I accidentally hit that one up there, but that's fine. Okay. So now the tricky part. I need to get them up there. Can I go up? Nope, can't do that. I can do this off camera real fast, so I'm gonna be back after I have all of these redstone relays set up on the upper side of these item ducts. Now I have all of the relays placed down. I need to configure all of them. So first off, we have the auto breakers, and they need to be on the green channel with redstone output. And then the auto placers need to be brown, brown, also redstone output. So I need to configure all of these guys real fast, and I can do that off camera. I will be back after I have all of these redstone relays configured how I need them. So theoretically, I have all of my redstone relays set up how I need them. Let's get rid of a bunch of crap from my inventory real fast. And next thing, I need to hook up the items or the item inputs for the placers. So let me see here. Let me grab some stone because I need to test something real fast. Yeah. So let's see. The auto breakers, shoot. I didn't want to see that, to be honest. Let's see. Is there any way I can prevent this? Shoot. What I was hoping is that these item ducts would not send things to the breakers, but it looks like they probably will. Let's go ahead and test it out anyways. Let's do this. Maybe they won't. Or maybe... Let me see here. Okay, so the placers are getting stuff. Let me go ahead and turn this off real fast. Okay, that's really neat. It looked like this was not going to work, but right now it looks like it is. So that's fantastic. And I don't know why that is showing on, because none of these should be receiving signal right now. Okay, that's weird. It's kind of derpy. Okay, are you receiving signal? No. Red input. You are off. You're not receiving stone. Fantastic. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like everything's working. Cool. So let's go ahead and set that to on. And they can be nearest first because there's only one inventory in which they can go into. So that's fantastic. Now next we need to get our atomic reconstructors, and we need to place those down. And we need them up here. They need to be placed like so. Whoa, okay, I got stuck. Not really sure why. Okay, next I need the lenses back, and unfortunately they do not stack the lens of the miner, but that's fine. It just kind of makes it a longer process than it needs to be, but it still shouldn't take but a second. We're like halfway there. And I think I need to grab a few more, but that's fine. I have plenty. When I originally set up this system, I figured I might need more than I actually ended up making, because these things actually do suck down quite a bit of power. This whole setup does. So let's get rid of that real fast. We're going to need some more flex duct, I know that. So let's grab some of that. And I believe if we give these things power, the system should be about functional. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lay down this flex duct right here. And I think we're going to go through... Not there, because we can't. Let's go down and see where we can punch through. So we should be able to punch through somewhere like... Actually, let me take a look at this, because I'm actually going to be setting up another energy core here. Actually, let's go ahead and do that right now, and then we can figure out exactly where we want to punch through. So let's get our Draconic Evolution guide, and let's see, what tier do I want to build? Probably a tier 3. Tier 3, 1.6. that seems alright. So we need an energy core, 4 energy core stabilizers, and 26 draconium. So 26 draconium. 4 energy core stabilizers, and we need 1 energy core, and we're gonna need 2 pylons. So let's grab those, and then we'll need 2 blocks of glass, and I think that'll be everything we need. Think. So over here, we're actually gonna use this to connect up. So let's grab this and run this over. Okay, that's an out back to that reactor. Okay, so we don't want to connect to that either. Let's see, where can we put this? So I think we'll need the energy core to be, let's try right, like something like that. I think I want a space, and then my core itself. So we hopefully have enough space for this. And this is just a 3x3x3 block. Like so. The energy core obviously goes in the middle. So if we set this up like so. Get rid of these. Okay, so we want to tier it up to tier 3, and then we can hit activate. Oh my. I didn't know that would happen. So obviously we have no power, and that's because we have no inputs or outputs at this point. I'm not sure what this hole... That might be from the outside. I might be able to tap that actually. You know what? I'm not going to, because I'm not exactly sure. I think that connects to my power system over there, but I'm not completely sure. I know this one does, so we're going to go ahead and roll with this one. So let's set up an energy pylon right here and put our block of glass to get this configured. And then we need to hit the ball. So nope, we need this to be an input. My bad. And then for right now, I actually do want a flux gate here. I might not by the end of this, but a flux gate will work really well because I can set this up to only send so much power. And right now I'm going to have it set up to send, actually, not no power. That would be dumb because it needs power before I can actually see anything. Oh, whoops, I need to not shift click. Oh, shoot. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, there we go. And this is set up to input all of the power. That's fantastic. So we see here, huge influx of power, which is exactly what we want. And the next thing is I need to set up another energy pylon. And I want to set that up, say, right... Let's do it right here. And I'm going to punch a hole in the wall, or punch a hole in the floor, I should say. I can actually... I'm going to set that up there, and then my pylon be here, with the block of glass here. So this will be an output. So that's fantastic. Now I think it's about time to test this system out. Let's get our timer And we'll leave it at 39 for right now. Let's see if it actually is working correctly. Okay, that looks correct so far. You can see right before it gets taken away by the block breaker, or the auto breaker, that it does transmute into an ore. So let me test something here. Yes, I think what I'm gonna do is place these guys like so. So that's nice. It looks like everything's functioning like it should. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to shut the system off. Just by increasing this timer to something stupid. And then I'm going to wait for this guy to completely fill up. And after this guy is completely filled up, I will be right back. Okay, so this energy core is not quite full, but I think it should be good enough for the purposes of my testing. So let's go ahead and set our inputs to 0. And that's the first step here. And I did not hit save. Gotta hit save. So let's hit save, 0. So this is getting 0. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna set this, let's say, for right now, let's do 20. So now we need to monitor how much RF per tick we're losing. It looks to be somewhere around 80,000, and that's not a perfect number, but it looks to be around 80,000. And let's see it. Let's make sure everything's functioning all right at this speed. Everything seems cool. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna step this thing up. We still got plenty of power, so let's go ahead and set this to 10. Which would be twice every second. Okay, is she still working correctly? Okay, I still see stone, and that indicates that these things are a little bit starved. And I did not mean to do that. Okay, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, there's like an energy meter for these guys, and apparently that's still too fast for these. For whatever reason, they cannot accept a certain amount, or more than a certain amount of power. So let me try something here. Let me just set that way up. Okay, so that should go back to 0. Still got a decent amount of power. What I'm going to do real fast is I'm going to set up more energy conduit connected to these guys and see if that doesn't help. I would really like to run the system, but currently it's kind of implausible because I want to run it fast. It's just a cooler system when you run it faster. So let's take away these guys for right now. I need more flux duct, so let's grab more flux duct. Do something like so. And then obviously we need to connect it, so that should be good. Let's try this again. Okay, I took away the mufflers. Okay, so to be honest, everything looks like it's operating perfectly. So what I'm gonna do, okay, like I said, I think everything looks like it's operating perfectly right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut off that timer and I'm gonna replace some sound mufflers. And let's see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and place them right here. And then let's try this one more time and get an energy reading of how much exactly power we're using here. Okay, so that works out pretty well. Like before, it seems to be about 80,000 at 20, which would be 160,000 at the 10 tick delay. So that looks pretty good. It looks like this system, if we were to leave this like so, would be using 160,000 RF per tick, which is a pretty large amount of power, but you gotta look at it. There's a lot of resources being generated here. So that's pretty fantastic. For right now, I definitely don't have the energy to run it at that speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to 40, which is essentially what it was before. But I know I should be able to run it at that. I should have enough excess power. Let's go ahead and set this guy up so that he can input 80,000 RF per tick for right now. In the next episode, I think I'm going to go ahead and set up some ethanol power. Since I did set up ethanol production last episode, we might as well use that ethanol and make some power. So that'll be one source of additional power for the system. And hopefully we can speed it up without starving any of our other stuff. So I think that's a good wrapping up point. In today's episode, I retooled this system so that I can run it a lot faster. Before, it was being energy starved at anything basically faster than 39 tick delay on my timer. Now I can run it at a 10 tick delay if I really wanted to, and if I had the energy for it. I don't really think I do, so for right now we're just going to keep the delay at 40. Hopefully get some more power gen, and then we can crank that thing up and speed it up and make a lot of resources over there. As of right now, I have 680 million iron ingots, which is pretty fantastic. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.